Guys, second video. Sorry about that. If you don't feel like watching, just click off. Scale is the only method to determine when somebody has reached a good weight for them, or shall we say, a success. And to further that, they were discussing the nature of set point, and that came out in the discussion. So what I find so interesting about this is that I'm constantly wondering, am I at a set point? Has my body decided that I am stuck forever in the 170s? God forbid, Okay, and yes, out there to everyone who is thinking, okay, well, that isn't so bad. Well, I'm 5 feet 4.5. Okay, I'll just round it up to 5 feet 5 on a good day. And for me, that is too high. So this is the thing. My goal was originally 135 pounds, 130. Okay, and I was thinking that that was being generous. But now I'm realizing that it's probably going to be too thin for me. So that goal has pretty much gone out the window. Let's get back to the issue at hand. Set point. When are we at a set point? So the discussion they were having is this. In the video, they were talking about that even if you get down to a goal weight, let's say, whatever that might be, that eventually, over time, even if you're following the program and unless you're doing extreme exercise, the body is going to swing back, which is what we call regain here in the weight loss community. And it isn't because we're overeating regain, it's because the body is swinging back up to a certain point where it's comfortable, where it wants to be. And this is the thing, each of our bodies is different, and each of our set point is going to be different. So how are we going to know for sure that we're there? I don't know the answer to that question. I sure wish I did. But further, what I wanted to bring out is the other point that I found extremely interesting in their discussion was the fact that two people of the same weight, same height, one person has never been overweight, let's say it's 150, and the other person has lost weight down to 150. They cannot eat the same number of calories per day. The person who has had weight loss surgery or who has lost the weight and is at 150 now is going to have to, for 3 to 5 years, do additional exercise and watch their diet that much more closely until the body reaches its set point, where it will actually reset so that that will become its new normal. So this is kind of enlightening, I think. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's a great topic for discussion. I wish I had more medical knowledge. I want to read more about it so that I can actually understand it more, from the medical perspective. I think it's very complicated, and as they say, it's very complicated, so it must be. Lots of factors going into it. Obviously, metabolics, for each person is different, and so on and so forth. But there has to be some rhyme and reason to why they're saying this. That's a little beyond the surface. So the thing is, I think that what that message is to me, and I'm taking it this way for myself, is that regardless of what weight I choose, let's say I choose 147, sounds like a good weight, then my range would be 10 pounds, 147 to 157, and that would be, of course, above my normal BMI at 150, normal BMI. That number and all that stuff to me isn't so important as how I feel and how I look. And I think I'm going to be just as healthy at 157 as I am at 147. And that can be debated by many. But I think that in the big picture, given that the things that we are able to do today and the things that I am able to do today specifically relating to my past weight of 252 pounds, where I was at that weight for probably about a year at that weight, and then before that I was at like 227, and then before that 207, and I just slowly crept up. So I can see that as I'm getting older, right, the weight creeping on, and of course poor eating habits. So I know that my body does not have a set point of 252 pounds. And I know it probably doesn't have a set point of 227 pounds or 207. But where that set point is going to be is a whole nother story. So what I've got to do is just try to swing down to a normal weight where I'm not going to have to struggle. And I've talked about this in depth with two of my best friends. And I really think that this is super important for us, guys, because we want to live a normal life. We do not want to be struggling to stay at a number on a scale for 3 to 5 years. I mean, I don't. I mean, I'm always going to be on a plan. I'm always going to be a bariatric patient. I chose this lifestyle, and that's all good. But what I'm saying is I'm not going to kill myself week after week after week in the gym for 3 to 5 years, where I would rather just go and enjoy myself at the gym as often as I like, at least 3 times a week for the next 3 to 5 years. So that's the difference. Sorry about the helicopter. There must be someone on the loose. Maybe they're looking for me. Anyway, just saying. Anyway, so I hope you guys are as interested in this topic as I am. I think that there's a lot to be discussed. I think that there's lots of different maybe ideas and viewpoints on it, so I'd love to hear them. I think that it would be a great topic for discussion in the community, and I think that we all need to learn more about it, because if we're thinking that we're just going to swing down and stay there, you know, without having to put forth phenomenal effort, then I think that we all have another thing coming. So, love you guys. Take care.